Welcome to read questions and answers for General Ham Radio class license. If it is helpful or not, please let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know that you passed the test. I wish you good luck. This is chapter 7. Sub-element G7, Practical Circuits. Section G7A, Power Supplies, Schematic Symbols. Question G7A01. What is the function of a power supply bleeder resistor? Answer. It discharges the filter capacitors when power is removed. Question G7A02. Which of the following components are used in a power supply filter network? Answer. Capacitors and inductors. Question G7A03. Which type of rectifier circuits uses two diodes and a center tapped transformer? Answer. Full wave. Question G7A04. What is characteristic of a half-wave rectifier and a power supply? Answer. Only one diode is required. Question G7A05. What portion of the AC cycle is converted to DC by a half-wave rectifier? Answer. 180 degrees. Question G7A06. What portion of the AC cycle is converted to DC by a full-wave rectifier? Answer. 360 degrees. Question G7A07. What is the output waveform of an unfiltered full-wave rectifier connected to a resistive load? Answer. A series of DC pulses at twice the frequency of the AC input. Question G7A08. Which of the following is characteristic of a switch mode power supply as compared to a linear power supply? Answer. High-frequency operation allows the use of smaller components. Question G7A09. Which symbol in figure G71 represents a field effect transistor? Answer. Symbol 1. Question G7A10. Which symbol in figure G71 represents a Zener diode? Answer. Symbol 5. Question G7A11. Which symbol in figure G71 represents an NPN junction transistor? Answer. Symbol 2. Question G7A12. Which symbol in figure G71 represents a solid core transformer? Answer. Symbol 6. Question G7A13. Which symbol in figure G71 represents a tapped inductor? Answer. Symbol 7. Section G7B. Digital circuits, amplifiers, and oscillators. Question G7B01. What is the purpose of neutralizing an amplifier? Answer. To eliminate self-oscillations. Question G7B02. Which of these classes of amplifiers has the highest efficiency? Answer. Class C. Question G7B03. Which of the following describes the function of a two-input AND gate? Answer. Output is high only when both inputs are high. Question G7B07. In a Class A amplifier, what percentage of the time does the amplifying device conduct? Answer. 100%. Question G7B05. How many states does a 3-bit binary counter have? Answer. 8. Question G7B06. What is a shift register? Answer. A clocked array of circuits that passes data in steps along the array. Question G7B07. Which of the following are basic components of a sine wave oscillator? Answer. A filter and an amplifier operating in a feedback loop. Question G7B08. How is the efficiency of an RF power amplifier determined? Answer. Divide the RF output power by the DC input power. Question G7B09. What determines the frequency of an LC oscillator? Answer: the inductance and capacitance in the tank circuit. Question G7B10. Which of the following describes a linear amplifier? Answer: an amplifier in which the output preserves the input waveform. Question G7B11. For which of the following modes is a Class C power stage appropriate for amplifying a modulated signal? Answer: FM. Section G7C. Transceiver design, filters, oscillators, digital signal processing, DSP. Question G7C01. What circuit is used to select one of the sidebands for a balanced modulator? Answer: filter. Question G7C02. What output is produced by a balanced modulator? Answer: double sideband modulated RF. Question G7C03. What is one reason to use an impedance matching transformer at a transmitter output? Answer: to present the desired impedance to the transmitter and feed line. Question G7C04. How is the product detector used? Answer: used in a single sideband receiver to extract the modulated signal. Question G7C05. Which of the following is characteristic of a direct digital synthesizer, DDS? Answer: variable output frequency with the stability of a crystal oscillator. Question G7C06. Which of the following is an advantage of a digital signal processing DSP filter compared to an analog filter? Answer: a wide range of filter bandwidths and shapes can be created. Question G7C07. What term specifies a filter's attenuation inside its passband? Answer: insertion loss. Question G7C08. Which parameter affects receiver sensitivity? Answer: all these choices are correct, which are input amplifier gain, demodulator stage bandwidth, input amplifier noise figure. Question G7C09. What is the phase difference between the I and Q RF signals that software-defined radio SDR equipment uses for modulation and demodulation? Answer: 90 degrees. Question G7C10. What is an advantage of using IQ modulation with software-defined radios SDRs? Answer: all types of modulation can be created with appropriate processing. Question G7C11. Which of these functions is performed by software in a software-defined radio SDR? Answer: all these choices are correct, which are filtering, detection, modulation. Question G7C12. What is the frequency above which a low-pass filter's output power is less than half the input power? Answer: cut-off frequency. Question G7C13. What term specifies a filter's maximum ability to reject signals outside its passband? Answer: ultimate rejection. Question G7C14. The bandwidth of a bandpass filter is measured between what two frequencies? Answer: upper and lower half power. This is the end of Chapter 7 of Read Questions and Answers for General Ham Radio Class License. Please follow me for Chapter number 8.